All right, James Sparks is with us now. James, we appreciate you joining us. I think about sort of the cultural backlash that is happening right now in America, and I'm wondering if the real victims aren't young gay kids in school who want nothing more than to be accepted. And yet, because of this sort of overreach and people feeling like if they don't want to have boys in the girls' bathroom, they're going to be called a bigot, that we have what happened at your school.
Well, I think that it affects everybody, to be honest with you. You know, as a veteran of the United States Air Force, I didn't put my life out there for just one particular group to have freedoms. I also, you know, I advocate for those to protest against things that they don't believe in. However, this particular incident was a little bit, like I said, misguided because of a lack of recognition of Memorial Day, even though the entire nation closed down so we could remember all of my friends and the service that I gave to everyone. So,
well, yeah, no, I mean, Memorial Day remembers those who died, and I'm hearing, and I know that this is a little bit of an issue with the school, right, about whether this is because of a backlash to Memorial Day or kids just not wanting to celebrate Pride. And the superintendent put out a quote: "I recognize that discussions and celebrations of individual identity are complex and impacted by individual values, religions, and cultural norms, the result of which may include expressions of racism, anti-religious hate, ableism, and in this case, homophobia." And what I'm wondering is why can children, middle schoolers, not say, hey, look, I don't want to wear rainbow-colored clothes today, and why is that then labeled homophobia?
Well, I don't think it's labeled homophobia. I think it's just the reaction towards it. So from what I understand and what I've been reading is that kids were being essentially intimidating and, you know, tearing down decorations against the LGBTQ community. So if you don't want to participate in that, from what I also understand, is that this wasn't mandatory for anyone. If you didn't want to participate, you didn't have to.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I guess if people feel like something's being rammed down their throats and this is all over school and there's stickers everywhere and we're being told to wear these kinds of clothing, I'm wondering why simply saying I don't want to do that is labeled homophobia. How's that not just bullying the other way?
It's not. It's actually the use of patriotism to get your point across that you don't want to be a part of that. That's where I draw the line. You can't, well, I mean, patriotism is for all.
No, I get that. I mean, look, there's been a lot of questions about what being American means and what kind of country
Correct.
we live in and how we go forth together. But what I keep wondering is that as we're watching this cultural backlash in America, if conflating being a bigot is with, hey, I don't want to call somebody by different pronouns, okay? And then you say to people, hey, you must allow people to use whatever pronouns they want. That's the standard. I mean, I think about New York schools, guidance about transitioning. Schools personnel acceptance of a student's asserted gender identity should require no more than a statement from the student expressing their preference. Schools do not need to require permission, letters from professionals, or other proof of gender identity. When you're saying that, and then kids say, you know, my pronouns are, you know, whatever, be it USA or an epithet or anything else. Look, kids are stupid. We were all in middle school once. But how is that not just the natural extension of people feel like they're being called bigots because they don't want to participate in this? Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.